Come aboard and bring along the fucking WAQ show. Boop-boop-doop. It's back. We're fucking back with One Piece. I'm Matt. Fuck you.
I'm TJ.
And I'm Dan.
I was not.
None of us knew that was gonna happen. Holy shit!
Nice intro, Matt. That was good.
Fun little tidbit. I told Dan this because I've since moved in with him and we've started watching One Piece. Fuck the pirate rap. We Are is the One Piece theme song. They've used it 4 times, recording it 4 different ways. One of them is just the entire Japanese voice actors of the Straw Hat crew singing.
Which is an awesome moment.
It is awesome. It is great.
Yeah, that is a great song.
In case any viewers ever thought that there was ever a script to any of these shows, now you know they're definitely fucking
there's
busy.
not.
I mean, you say that, but I have literally rehearsed what I want to say for this episode to myself.
Yeah, but you
like
don't have
4
like
times.
a written out script.
No,
and
I don't
there's
have
like pause here for Dan's what the fuck noise.
Yeah.
Like you don't
And
have
Dan
that.
and I
No.
had no idea, or have no idea what's going on in your head.
What the hell I'm gonna
Yeah.
say? I could say anything.
Also, just you made me think of something else for our shows. Sometimes we do I'm the usual introducer, but sometimes we have specific things that more fit each other. So then they do the intros. And Dan, I don't know if we'll ever have a guest do an intro, but yeah,
Could.
time will tell for that. Anyways,
Just have my brother stand in my doorway and shout the intro.
that'd be really cool.
Just
Actually.
fucking scream, WAQ show! Okay.
So last we kicked off was Alabaster and Nico Robin.
Alabasta, please. Alabaster is very derogatory. You can't say it with the hard R. It's not okay.
And we didn't bring up when they left and they all stuck up their hands. What an
Oh
iconic
yeah,
moment.
that's kind of dumb. So, because Mr. 2, Bon Clay, the guy with the big floofy pants and the swans on his shoulders, in your picture, Dan, because he can copy people's faces, at some point they all do something to signify that they're the real them, which just amounts to a black mark on their arm, which is kind of dumb in the grand scheme of things because it's pretty easy to see a black mark on your arm.
Yeah, why wouldn't he just put a black mark on his arm?
It's a shonen, he didn't do it. But at the very end, Luffy is like, hey Vivi, do you want to come have pirate adventures with me? And Vivi's like, I gotta be a princess, dude. I can't.
Yeah.
Wrecked.
She really wants to go, but she can't. So when they're all sailing away, they all like hold their arms up with the X's on them, and Vivi holds her arm up with the X on them, and it's like, you're not here, but you're with us. It's really fucking heartfelt.
Yeah.
Great.
Also, this is skipping way ahead, like almost near to where we're caught up in the manga. But I really want to know what happened when they re-show her recently.
At
Yeah,
Reverie?
I can't think of what it was called.
Yeah. All right. Anywho, we're almost 8 minutes in, and I haven't fucking started talking about One Piece yet. Well, I have, but you know what I mean. All right. So where we left off. God,
We're
I've
only
rehearsed
a
this.
couple minutes in.
That's her. You already have her though. She's this one.
Wait, which one is she?
This one.
She's the one you picked.
Hang on, I gotta
you picked
zoom
the
out.
evil looking one in the green coat.
Yeah, you picked. So the picture that you had was her as I think Miss Always.
Yeah.
Oh, over here. Yeah, because you told me about that first, and then you were
Yeah.
like, TJ, don't tell him she's a princess.
Yeah.
Or
So
some
she's actually
shit,
the princess of
yeah.
Alabaster, and she doesn't tie her hair up anymore. So actually, this new picture you got's better. Anywho.
She's far cuter that way.
Yeah, no, she's
Okay.
a cutie patootie. Okay, yeah, no, that's where I ended. I ended by telling you that on the way to the next island, they get near it, and they see the big shadows with the wings, and the ship falls out of the sky, and the giant fucking water geyser that just shoots up, and their log pose, their compass is pointing straight up.
Yep.
And those are the 4 like seeds for the next adventure. So they pull into the port of Jaya. I don't exactly remember the order of operations here, but they meet a man named Montblanc Cricket. And he has a stupid little, like, acorn thing on his head. I don't know if it's his hair. I don't know what it is. Doesn't matter. He has an ancestor named Montblanc Norman. That guy is a famous author who lived, like, a bunch of years ago. I don't remember if it was 100 or 50 or what. He is famous because, and this is kind of an allegory for Usopp, he was a fucking liar. He would tell all sorts of crazy stories about a city of gold that was supposedly right the fuck where Jaya is. But it's not there. You can go to Jaya. There is no city of gold.
Yep.
Cricket is like, no, the fucking city of gold was here. I don't know where it is, but I'm gonna fucking find it. I'm gonna prove my ancestor wasn't a liar. And all that shit. At this point, the Going Merry is not doing so hot. And Montblanc Cricket is something of a craftsman. So he's like, I'll fix up your ship for you. And they leave the ship there and they go into town.
Yep.
While in town...
So you're telling me this fucking gorilla man looking clown is a craftsman?
Yeah. Yes,
Yeah.
that motherfucker. He does
Okay.
He does have 2 helpers that look far more like gorillas.
Yeah, he does.
I forgot about them. Because I don't remember the
Oh yeah, they're right here. Okay.
yeah, because I don't remember the exacts, I'm just gonna tell you some things like out of order. Montblanc Cricket at some point tells him, I think there's an island in the sky. And I think what you can do is you can leave your ship here with me. I'm gonna fix it up so that you can get up there. And I need you to go into town to get me some supplies. They go into town to get him some supplies, and they end up at a bar. And I don't remember where everybody is, but Luffy, Zoro, and Nami are at the
And
bar.
I'm pretty sure they promised they
And-
would not fight.
It
was something.
I don't remember
it was
that pit,
something like
but
that.
they don't fight. For some reason, they're gonna I'll get
Yeah.
to it. They're at the bar, and Nami's chit-chatting and trying to gather information, and Zoro's just drinking, because Zoro does 3 things. He trains, he drinks, he sleeps, and I forgot the 4th thing, he fights. That's it. That's all he cares about. He's training to fucking fight. If he's not training, he's relaxing with drinking, or he's sleeping. That's all Zoro does.
My kind of guy.
He's awesome. I love it. He's also the most directionally challenged man in the world. If he walks up to you and says, hey, where's Wendy's? And you're standing right in front of Wendy's and you point behind you and you're like, it's right there. He will turn around and walk away from Wendy's and be like, where the fuck's Wendy's? I can't find it.
Yeah.
Wow, so he's just kind of an idiot.
Only in that way.
Yeah. They had to give him some type of weakness.
Yeah. He
Okay.
always gets lost. He cannot not get lost. Anywho. They're screwing around at the bar. And Luffy sits down. He's like, I want something to eat. I want something to drink. And there's a fat guy next to him. And the fat guy's name is Marshall D. Teach. He's got the D, so he's important. I hope I don't
Well,
fuck
yeah.
up.
Teach?
Do not Google him, damn. Do not fucking Google him.
I know what teach is. Like, I know what pirate was referred to as teach, though. Like,
Well,
it's not a
stop.
surprise. Okay.
Don't Google him. He is very important.
No
No,
shit.
he means
okay.
for like
Also, that's not his
extra
full name.
spoilers. Yeah. If you Google him.
Yeah, no. If
Okay.
technically the guy you're thinking of's name is Edward D. Teach. Or Edward Teach.
Okay, yeah, they changed the fucking name. Anyway, somebody get me a picture of him, then.
I'll work on
Yeah.
it.
I need
Get
visuals.
him a Jaya picture.
Yeah, I will.
Anywho, the bar has 2 pies, a meat pie and a cherry pie. They both get both the pies, and they try the cherry pie, and one of them's like, this cherry pie is the best thing I've ever had, and the other one is like, this cherry pie is disgusting. Then they try the meat pie, and they're the opposite. The one that hated the cherry pie loves the meat pie, and the one that loved the meat pie hates the cherry pie. And they start
Okay.
fucking arguing because of this stupid bullshit.
So Teach and Luffy?
Teach and Luffy are arguing about pies.
Okay.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Nami is like, hey guys, just asking random bar people, hey guys, do you think you could tell me how to get to the Sky Island? We're really like, our compass is pointing up. We don't know what to do. And some motherfucker Bellamy the hyena starts laughing.
Can I look them up?
You can.
Okay.
Bellamy the hyena starts fucking laughing. He's like, you think you can get to the Sky Island? You think this is a fucking fairy tale world? There's no Sky Island. There's no island in the sky. Get out of here with this stupid bullshit, dreams and crap. You fucking idiot. And he starts laughing at him and tearing him up. And Luffy's like, hey, motherfucker, don't make fun of my crew. Yeah, that motherfucker. Okay. And basically, Bellamy just keeps berating them, and Luffy refuses to fight.
You keep going.
I don't remember if he was told not to fight, or if he refuses to fight for a reason I will give in a second. They just refuse to fight. So Bellamy and crew beat the shit out of Zoro and Luffy. And Nami's like, why aren't you fighting back? What are you doing? It's just fucking kick their asses. I know you can do it. And Luffy's just like, sometimes if you fight back, that's just letting them know that they've upset you, and if I'm really not upset, I shouldn't kick their ass. It's really dumb and weird.
No, I actually get that.
Okay.
That actually makes sense.
Okay. I'm glad you get it, because I'm always been kind of like, you could just fucking mess them up, though.
It's one of those things where, like, if you show them they've gotten to you, then they've won. That's that's what they want, kind of thing.
Fair. So they just get all fucked up. And they go back to Cricket with some shit. And Cricket's like, hey, I'm not done yet. You guys can hang out here, or you can go back to the city, or whatever. But I'm not done yet. And so they end up going back to the city. And Bellamy starts fucking shitting on him again. And Luffy's, I think at this point, Bellamy is like attacking the crew. He's like, are you fucking idiots? You're following this stupid piece of shit? He's not going to take you anywhere. And Luffy's like, you could shit on my dreams. You could shit on me. You will not shit on my crew. And Bellamy's like, do you know who I am, motherfucker? Let's fight. Let's take this outside. Let's fight. And so Bellamy is a spring man. His legs and arms are springs. So he gets real low and starts bouncing. He's like, boing, 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 boing. And he starts, they're in like a main street. And he starts just bouncing all over the fucking walls of the buildings. He's going fast as fuck. Bouncing all over the fucking place. He's like, I have never charged up this much in my fucking life, Luffy. You're about to get decimated. He comes in
for one second before you finish that. Did you talk about how they beat the crap out of both him and Zoro?
Yes.
Okay. I had to step away for a sec.
And they refused to fight back.
Okay.
And Bellamy's coming in. And he finally is like, this is it. I'm gonna fucking wreck you. You and your stupid dreams. And Luffy just, boom, puts his fucking skull right into the fucking ground, right in front of him. One hit, done.
Yeah,
and everybody shuts the fuck up.
Just a normal punch.
Just fucking annihilates him. It's so satisfying. And then Luffy's like really just pissed that he had to punch that fucking guy. That he had to deal with that stupid bullshit. And Teach is sitting behind them with a bottle of beer. And he toasts to them. He's like, hey, you got him! Just remember, kids, the dreams of men may never die! And that's a big thing. That's an important thing that they say. And then they leave. And they go back to Cricket, and Cricket's like, hey, guys, so I literally worked for 3 fucking days and nights to get your ship all set up. It's, you have to ride the big water spout. There's a massive one that forms, like, every couple years. All the currents in the area converge and they make one giant massive water spout. You need to use the ship tonight to ride that shit up. I'm gonna go to sleep. Good luck. And then after,
seems fair.
Yeah, after they leave, a really sick, like, fucked up dude on a horse rolls up next to fucking Marshall D. Teach, and he's like, hey, Blackbeard. Hey, Captain Blackbeard.
See,
where are we going?
I knew it.
Yeah. So he's Blackbeard.
Yeah.
I'm sad that you knew it.
Teeth, come on, that's like common pirate logic.
Yeah.
Or knowledge, rather.
Yeah.
So this is a big player. Do not Google anything about Blackbeard. If you want any pictures, tell TJ, he will get them for you.
Okay.
Because Blackbeard is in all sorts of shit.
Yep.
Okay. So, please get a picture of the flying going Mary.
All right.
It just has chicken wings and a gizzard.
Wow. Okay.
It's great. Flying Going Mary.
Please.
If you Google Flying Going Mary, it's the first picture.
Wow. What a fucking... Wow, there's like a real world model of it, and it looks even more ridiculous.
Yep.
I
Anywho.
will say you might want to try to speed up some too.
Yeah. No, I really wanted to... Yeah, okay. They fly up the knock-up stream. It totally works. They get to the Sky Island. They're on the
knock-up stream?
It's called the knock-up stream. They get to the Sky Island. They meet these people that kind of have like these weird little antenna things and wings, and they have this technology called dials. There's these little seashells, and they do all sorts of shit. There are heat dials for fire. There's an impact dial that's very important. The impact dial. It absorbs damage, and then you can knock it back. And there are even better ones like, I don't remember what they're called. They're like knock-up dial +1, which will reflect back more damage than it absorbed. So they start exploring, and it turns out that on this Sky Island, which is mostly made of land clouds and sea clouds, there's also actual plants and stuff. There's like big trees and shit.
Okay.
And they start exploring the forest, because the village is like, holy shit, we haven't seen people in like forever. You guys are cool. We'll watch your ship. Go have fun. But you shouldn't explore too much. You don't want to anger God.
Okay.
And it's like, who the fuck's God? Somebody shit talks God and gets lightning struck. Just like lightning, just like BAM!
Yep.
Fuck you. And it's like, oh shit, okay, there's a God. Alright. So they start exploring the forest. They actually take the ship into the forest, and it's all fucked up. And Usopp's just like, I'm gonna stay with the ship and fix it. And I think Chopper helps him, and the rest of them spread out. And Zoro goes off on his own, which is a horrible, terrible idea, because he is lost by himself for most of this arc.
Nice.
He just kind of keeps stumbling into where he needs to be. But it's fun. They end up fighting the disciples of God, called Enel. And God is Enel, not the disciples. I don't remember anything about any of the disciples. They're not important. God Enel is a Logia man. He's the second... You can Google Enel. E-N-E-L. He is supposed to be... he's supposed to look like Eminem. Some of the One Piece characters are based off of real people. And God Enel...
Oh my god, I kind of see it. Holy
God Enel
shit.
is Eminem.
I can kind of see it. Holy fuck.
because the fucking like do-rag and shit.
I can't wait till we
that's
talk about my
hilarious.
favorite character on the show, but we're not there yet.
We'll use this picture for
So
it.
long story short, they go through. There are the disciples of God, and then there are these kind of like Indian guys, or like Native American dudes.
Yeah.
And it's not really clear who they are, and some of them help and some of them don't. But it turns out the City of Gold is in the sky, because the fat fucking knock-up stream knocked half of Jaya into the sky.
Ah, so the other guy wasn't lying.
The other guy wasn't
The
lying.
situation was different.
And they all totally remember Montblanc Norman. And I think once they talk about their... At some point they talk about Montblanc cricket or something, and the native people are like, Montblanc. And they're like, Montblanc, friends, Montblanc. And they're friends then. And long story short, they fight
And now.
and kick Enel's ass because Luffy is made of rubber.
And he controls lightning.
And Enel is lightning, and it doesn't affect Luffy.
Makes sense.
A couple crazy things that happen. There's a fat bell. There's a giant golden bell. And Enel will pump his electricity into gold to heat it up and use it to hurt Luffy once he realizes that the lightning can't hurt him. He's just throwing like molten metal at him. And at a point he makes a giant orb, and Luffy goes to punch him, and he puts the orb on Luffy's arms to weigh him down. But Luffy just kind of uses it as a wrecking ball and beats the shit out of Enel anyways.
Makes sense.
And to signal to Montblanc Cricket and to defeat the fuck out of Enel that the Sky Island is real and that the gold is all up here, Luffy punches his giant golden fist into a nail into the bell and rings the bell. And you can hear that shit forever. Like super long distances.
So there's just like a constant ringing sound.
No, I didn't mean time forever. I meant distance forever.
I know, I'm just being a smartass. And
Montblanc Cricket hears it down below, and you cut to him mid-fight, and you're like, oh shit, it is real. I fucking knew it. And Enel's defeated, and Luffy jumps up and does a happy, like, jump in the sky, big shadow motion, and you see Luffy as a shadow in the sky the same way you saw the guys with the spears and wings.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so that's the end of Skypeia. Skypeia is a beloved arc. They're much more complicated than I got into, but you'll see it eventually. One last thing. They have a big fucking party, because the Straw Hats love to party after a victory.
I just noticed Enel's fucking ears. I thought that was part of the do-rag.
Nope. Those are his ears.
Oh, right.
Yep.
Moving on.
They have a big party, and everybody's asleep and drunk. Like, all the angel people, all the native people, all the Straw Hats are sleeping drunk, and Luffy isn't. He goes up and he wakes everybody up, and he's like, hey guys, we're gonna steal like half the treasure. Get it all on the fucking ship. Let's go. Because everything's made of gold in the city of gold, so they just take half the gold.
They just take half the city, you mean?
Yep.
Yeah, they just take half of the gold in stuff that they can carry, and they load it up on a ship and they start sailing. The sky sea is slow, so by the time it's morning, they're almost to the edge of the sky sea, and everybody wakes up, and Conus is kind of like their angel girl. Every arc, they kind of meet a person that's like their dude on the island. And Conus is
their guide or whatever.
Their guide, their like go-to bro, their like friend, the person they want to help, whatever. It's different on every island.
She's kind of a cutie, though.
Yeah. Oda can draw cuties. They all kind of look the same, but he can draw cuties.
Okay.
So Conus wakes up, and she's like, "Where are the Straw Hat Pirates?" And she kind of wakes everybody up. She's like, "They're gone. Where are they? They didn't take the gold because they wanted to give them all the gold." But the Straw Hats were like, "We're pirates. Fuck them. Let's take half the gold and leave."
Wait, so they were going to get all of the money.
They were going to get all of the money.
Instead of accepting all the money, they just stole half the money that they were going to be given anyway.
They didn't know they were going to be given it.
Oh, so they fucked themselves unintentionally.
Yeah.
All right, that's kind of funny, actually.
Yeah, they wake up middle of the night. Luffy's like, steal half the gold. They leave. And then the next morning, the angel people wake up and they're like, where are they? They didn't take all the gold we were going to give.
I forgot about that.
That's pretty funny.
And so Conus fucking runs after them as they get to the edge of the island. And Luffy's like, oh shit, they're catching up. Go faster, go faster, go faster. And they go off the edge of the island. And Conus is like, wait, we were going to give you all the gold. Whatever. Bye, guys, I guess. And they just start plummeting. And then Conus is like, oh shit, you don't have your wings anymore. All right. And she whistles and a big octopus comes out and wraps around the ship and just like acts like a hot air balloon for them. And this is the part where Usopp falls out of the ship and Robin catches him with her super long, creepy ass arm eye thing. And they land.
That unsettles a bunch of viewers.
That unsettles a bunch of fucking bitch baby boys.
Now, if I remember right, there's one important thing that you're leaving out.
What?
What are the things that Robin reads that we talked about?
The poneglyphs. They do find a poneglyph here. The big cube of stone. They find a poneglyph here. I don't remember what it says. It's either a big weapon or it's just some history.
It's an extra special poneglyph, though.
Tell me about it. Oh!
Do you remember?
It's got some graffiti on the edge of it, written in the ancient language that nobody is supposed to know how to read, except for Robin knows, and nobody's supposed to know how to write it, except for Robin knows, and the graffiti says, Gold D. Roger was here.
Yeah. Which means he could have read it. And blah, blah, blah.
Which means he could read and write it. Or could he? Because I actually know what happened now. So they land, and they come across this island. It's called Long Ring Long Land. And they meet this pirate named Silver Foxy. Or something like that. Foxy Silver or whatever. He's a piece of shit. And he introduced the pirates to a Davy back fight. And they kind of dock together. And Foxy is like, hey, you look like a young, accomplished little pirate guy. You want to have a Davy back fight? I bet I'll win. And Luffy's like, no, you fucking won't win. I'm going to win. Fuck you. You're on.
I'm getting serious, like, grease pig vibes from this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you Google him?
No,
did you
not
Google,
yet.
Is that the one from Skypeia that you found, Dan?
I don't
It's
know.
not, but it doesn't matter.
I just Googled poneglyph. It's just a giant wall of random shapes and lines.
I guess I won't spoil it. Never mind.
Yeah, don't. That's a different one. That's actually a very important one. It doesn't matter.
It is the only image that is
literally
red,
doesn't mean anything
so-
to you, so it's fine. Foxy's like, you want to have a Navy back fight? Luffy's like, you're on. Foxy's like, fine, done. You accepted it. There's no going back now. A Davy back fight means we each bet a crew member, and the winner takes them both.
Oh.
So Foxy cheats and wins the first match, and they lose Chopper. Fuck you. But then Luffy's like, hey, fuck you. We're going to win.
Double down.
Doubles down. I think he wins. I don't remember. And then Foxy is like, all right, one more match. Let's do this shit. And then, of course, Luffy wins, even after Foxy cheats. And I think Luffy actually does something smart. I don't remember what he does, but I think he, like, tells Foxy, like, all right, I want you.
Yeah.
I think they bet themselves.
Interesting. Why
And
would
once-
he want that on his team?
And once Luffy wins, I think he's like, all right, cool. Disband your crew. Don't
I'm
have a
your
Davy back
captain
fight
now, motherfucker.
anymore. You're off my crew.
Yep.
Got him.
Yeah, because it's a boxing match between Luffy and Foxy.
Yeah.
Is the last round. The second.
And Foxy is like a vector man, so he can control the direction of stuff.
He
And
also
like,
has a crotch dagger in that picture.
I don't see the picture.
Hang
Yeah,
on.
he does.
See, he's got like a weird like
Yeah.
crotch dagger that's also tying his underwear together, I guess.
Yeah.
It's
So
really
that's
weird
Foxy.
character design.
He's literally unimportant. What is important is that after the Davy back fights, they all chill in this place called Long Ring Longland. And somebody else shows up. A man on a bicycle, riding along the top of the
My
waves.
Oh.
Aokiji, the Ice
He's my
Ice Man.
favorite.
One of the 3 admirals of the fucking Marines.
Which is.
He just he rides along the top of the ocean on a bike on a little strip of ice that he makes.
Yeah.
He rides up to them on his fucking bike, and he's like, "You're really lucky I'm on my lunch. Nika Robin, you're wanted by the fucking Marines. All of you Straw Hats, you're making big splashes, but this bitch has made bigger splashes as you could possibly imagine. She is going to do nothing but get you in trouble and get you dead. You need to fucking ditch her right the fuck now. And just to show you, I'm going to give you a taste of my power. Show you what you're up against. The Marines want her. You're all fucked." And he freezes Luffy and Robin solid. That is not him.
No.
Okay, that's the only fucking image I can find of him. So
I'll get him. You keep talking.
Okay. And he freezes Luffy and Robin solid. And he tells the rest of the Straw Hat Pirates, I'm on my lunch right now. You're lucky I'm not on duty, or I'd be taking both of them in. They're both incredibly wanted. See ya. And he kind of just pieces out.
There you go.
okay, just super fucking random.
Yeah.
Well, something
That's
happens with the fight because they absolutely don't want to give him up, so he feels for that. Because
Yeah, they're like really good friends, and he's like, hey, I respect the friendship going on here. But you need to
And
get rid of
because
Robin.
Aokiji isn't
She's-
a bad person, he's a good person.
Yeah, Aokiji is a good person. Anywho. The Going Merry is not doing great.
Wasn't that the case just before this as well?
Yeah, but it went...
Well, it fell out of the
Cricket
sky.
worked on it. Cricket worked on it. But then it rode the knock-up stream up, went all the way through... Oh, I forgot something. Okay, in the forest, somebody attacks Usopp and Chopper on the ship, and it's set on fire.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
that makes sense that it's not.
While
doing
Usopp's
well
trying to
then.
work on it, and it's basically ruined. Usopp and Chopper leave the ship to go find the rest of the crew to tell them the Going Merry has been destroyed. We have no ship anymore. He's fucking heartbroken.
Yeah.
He eventually finds them. They're dealing with bigger shit right now. They're dealing with the fights and stuff. He helps them, and then once they're finally done with everything, he brings them back to the ship and he's like, it's fucking ruined. Somebody torched it. I can't fix this. I need more wood. Maybe we can cut down some of these trees. I don't know what we're going to do. They come up on the ship. It's fine. It's a little more battered than it was when Usopp was working on it, but it's been repaired and all the fire damage is just gone. Because there is a thing in German folklore called a Klabautermann. It is a spirit of beloved objects. If an object is surrounded by enough happiness and good people and is cared for correctly, it will gain a spirit of its own. Hold up.
Yeah, no, you can keep talking, but I need to send this to John because this is the shit that he was trying to... Like, I think there's a Japanese comparison, but this is exactly what he was trying to talk about when we were designing our tabletop setting. So I just don't want to forget this. So
I think.
Klabautermann.
You can ask me about the thing that fixed the Straw Hat ship on Skypeia, and I'll tell you. I'll find it. Anywho, the Going Merry has a spirit now, and it fixed itself. And as Usopp gets there, I think he's the only one that hears the voice that says, thank you. And they sail off.
Because Usopp is the most caring. Well, is the one taking care of.
Usopp cares for it the most. He's the one that has done all the work on it up to now. But it falls out of the fucking sky and it's not doing great. Luckily, Water 7 is the next fucking island. It's an island of shipwrights. It is literally One Piece Venice.
Man, how wild is it that this story just conveniently places exactly what they need on the next island?
Yeah, like the doctor when Nami was super sick.
Yeah.
It's only so convenient though.
Oh my god.
I think they actually end up somehow getting an eternal pose for the Doctor Island.
Yeah.
Quick segue because of the phrasing TJ just used. He said it's only so convenient. It just reminds me of an episode in this show on Netflix called Gallivant, where some characters are walking through something and you see a sign called the Forest of Convenience, and they're like, oh man, this is such a long journey. If only I had a cart. And they look up and it's like, oh my god, there's a free cart right here. And then another character comes across them and he's like, oh, I'm so tired. Oh man. And some random dude's like, hey, here you go. Here's some shoes that I don't need anymore. And then this guy comes along with a horse and he's like, man, does anybody want to buy this horse? I don't need it anymore. I just really need a new pair of shoes, size 7. And the character's like, these are size 7 shoes. Here you go. It's just like so obviously ridiculously convenient. Like that's the feel I'm getting for the whole story here so far.
I mean, is it really that convenient? They needed a doctor and they got one. They needed a ship fixed and they got one. That's the only two things that have happened.
But we haven't finished what Water 7 is. So it's only so convenient.
But it's so critically important to their success, and it happens exactly when they need it. Anyway, sorry. I watched it recently. It reminded me of it. That's all.
No, that's funny.
So they're sailing up on Water 7, and what's that? A train on the top of the ocean. There's a train. And there's a frog on the tracks, and he's trying to sumo wrestle the train. And the train just fucking hits him, and he goes flying. And the Straw Hat crew floats up on the train station on top of the ocean. Turns out there are railroad tracks just under the surface of the ocean, so that the train rides slightly under the ocean, and the waves don't actually disturb it. They just kind of hit the edge of the train. So there's a train on the ocean. And they roll up on the edge on the train station right outside of Water 7, and they're like, "What the fuck was that frog man?" And the station keep is like, "Oh, don't worry about him. He just fights the train every day." And they're like, "Oh, okay, cool." And they leave. They go into Water 7, and they sail up into Water 7. They turn all the gold that they have. They turn it into money here. So they've got a briefcase or two full of money. And they've got all this fucking money and like, boom, we can definitely fix the Going Merry with all this fucking money.
Hold. Can we get a bounty update at this point?
I don't know if there's been one, but TJ hit him.
I'll get him. Well, you keep going because Water 7 is a lot.
Well, I don't think there is a bounty update because there's definitely one at the end of Water 7.
After Water 7.
Okay, we'll wait till end of Water 7. I just feel like it's been a really long time since the first one.
You can see.
There
I don't.
were some, and I'll get
There
them
might
for
have
you,
been
but I'll wait till
one-
after Water 7, and
Yeah.
then we'll just update to that
Okay.
point.
I think after Water 7, everybody has a
Yeah.
bounty. Right now, it's only Zoro and Luffy.
Gotcha.
And
So
Robin.
This is like a big story point.
Yeah,
this is
huge.
big. Honestly, 20 minutes is not enough. This is gonna go long.
We could
This
we could
is
cut this
like-
one short and then pick up Water 7 and the next one.
So basically, this is like when I get to this in the anime, I should watch this and not do it while doing other stuff.
Right.
Absolutely. This is like 300 episodes in.
Gotcha.
Maybe
And
two.
this
I don't
is
know.
like, God, how many episodes is it? It's a
I-
lot.
this
It's
is
a
long.
lot.
You said they don't get into the Grand Line until about episode 100.
Honestly-
or at least
Yes.
chapter 100.
For me, this
Yes.
is when the show really gets going. Is at Water 7 and then beyond. It's like everything up until this point has been really cool and like great setup, but this is like hit the ground running from this point.
I think I'm gonna try and get us through Water 7 here, but it leads right into another arc, and I would love if you guys would like to do another episode after this, and I can just do
Sure.
the
Yeah.
other arc.
I don't mind.
And the reason
Okay.
I just want to explain why I say they hit the ground running is because for Matt, these like combination of we call them like mega arcs because they all play together into like one big
Mhm.
spectrum. There's like 2 mega arcs right in a row. To me, the second mega arc
Yeah.
that follows this arc is the greatest like arc. Has the greatest moment in it, at least in shonen, if not in anime, where
I don't know what you're talking about, but you'll tell us when
I
we
will.
get there.
Where for you, Matt, when we were talking about it off the show, of course, this moment that we're leading into is the greatest
Oh,
to
yeah.
you.
Yeah.
So it's these 2 giant mega arcs that just
Yeah. This is honestly, Dan, this is why I for the viewers, I offered to them to stop telling them the story here because I don't think I can give the proper emotional impact to the things I am about to describe. So if you have been listening to this and you've been like, I'm kind of way more interested than I was at the beginning, this is a great place to stop and catch up and watch this yourself because holy fucking shit's about to go down.
So I guess if you want to
Anywho,
do more of the intro to Water 7, then pick up Water 7. in the next one.
I'm gonna finish Water 7. I think I know where I want to end. They boat into Water 7. They turn all their gold into money. They find the best shipwrights on
I just remembered stuff.
Water 7 named it's the Iceberg is the name of the main dude. I think it's the Iceberg Company or something like
Yeah,
that.
I'll Google some of the images. For
There's
this, Dan.
there's Iceberg. Do not Google any of these people, Dan. There is Iceberg and Rob Lucci and Bluno and Khalifa and all these motherfuckers, and they're like, I do the ship, I do the spine of the ship and the keel and the framing, and so I do the sails, I do this and that and that, and they're like, you leave Going Merry with us and half the money, and we'll figure it out. I don't know what the fuck that is.
It's a
It's a
gold piece. I
That's
don't
cool.
know.
I like it.
All right. Anywho, so they all kind of spread out and explore the biggest fucking city any of them has ever been to, while the Going Merry is being checked
So
out.
the people that he's talking about are all in this image as a part of this crew.
Yeah, it's kind of like a team of shipwrights.
Yeah. Wherever you want to put
Okay.
Um,
This might be a good start to page 2.
page 2. Oh yeah,
Nah,
page 2.
I made a bunch of space at the bottom. We're good. Don't worry.
Okay. You're definitely not gonna have enough. I'm all right. Whatever. So they all start exploring, and I believe Zoro gets a new sword here. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. They meet some dude named Frankie, and he's a rude, crude dude, and you can Google Frankie.
I'll
Um,
just because what might come up, I'll Google it. Okay.
I got it. He's like a blue-haired,
Yeah.
pointy guy.
yeah, he's a fucking
okay.
sick-ass
Mo-
motherfucker.
Most of what came up was "The One" by Frankie J, an album. so you're good.
Frankie's a rude, crude dude, and he's like, oh my god. I love Frankie so much.
Yeah. Oh, that's a great image.
And he's got big ass fucking star tattoos on his forearms, and he will do this thing where how do I fucking describe this? Maybe you can just Google Frankie Super. Frankie Super. When he gets really excited.
Puts his arms together.
Here, hold on.
He also presses his nose and changes his hairdo.
For reference, we'll make this collage available after we're done with this series when it goes live on our website or something.
So when Frankie
Holy fucking hell.
When Frankie gets really excited, he puts his fucking forearms together in this stupid ass pose and he goes, Super!
This is like Ginyu Force's fuck.
Yeah, it's awesome. And those are his two sisters with the square ass hair. And Frankie
I didn't even notice that.
Frankie's a cyborg. Sometimes he'll just open his stomach up and it's a fridge where he puts his cola. He's a cola-powered cyborg. God.
I know what robot I want to be. Holy shit, this is my spirit animal.
Frankie's, and just to show you a couple things, because I'm not going to get into it. Frankie's a cyborg who can turn into a centaur, but not a normal centaur. He cuts his legs in half and the front half goes forward.
Yep.
What?
So he's like a backwards centaur, and he'll do it he does it at one point. And he's like, they're like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "I'm a centaur now, dude."
What is this fucking character?
He is totally tubular.
The guy got high when he wrote this character. That's the only explanation.
This is America, Dan. Remember I told you all the members of the Straw Hat crew have like inspirational nationalities? This is America.
Yeah, okay. The blue star, the ridiculousness.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, this is America.
He went to LA.
Yeah, Oda took one trip to LA and he's like, super. Okay. So, it turns out Going Merry cannot be fixed. The iceberg... can you Google what the iceberg thing is called? I can't figure it out. TJ, Google it, please.
Or whatever. His,
what's the iceberg company called?
Yeah,
the team of shipwrights tell them, the money that you have here, you could buy a ship that is so much fucking better than the Going Merry. And even with all this money, I think we could just fix the ship enough to get you to the next island. And to fix the ship well enough to get you any further, it would be a completely different ship. You might as well buy a new ship.
Yeah. Oh, it's the whole like, at what point is the broom a new broom?
It's
yes.
because
like,
the piece underneath Mary is unfixable because it cracked.
The keel.
Yeah, because it cracked, and that's like the most.
The keel
essential part
cracked
of
when
the
they
ship.
fell.
Right. Okay.
And they say like obviously the ship has been loved for and cared for, and we will do our best to take it apart, and we can even put some of the pieces of it into a new ship, but it's gonna be a different ship.
It's
and
the Gala.
So the crew
it's the
has
Galilee
to, like,
Company.
The Galilee Company. Yes.
One second again.
So they tell them you got to buy a new ship, and the crew is devastated. The Going Merry is a part of the crew.
Yeah.
Part
of the ship, part of the crew.
Part of the ship, part of the crew. And so Luffy's like, all right, this is a hard decision. I'm the captain. I've got to make it. We're going forward. We're getting a new ship. We're going to put the Going Merry down right. And they don't even really get to what that means when Usopp has a massive fucking fit. He's like, no, we are not leaving the Going Merry behind.
Because he knows the ship is like alive now.
I don't know that he knows it, but remember, this ship was given to him by the girl he likes on his fucking home island. This ship means a little more to him than it does to everybody else. He's the one that's fixed it. He cares for it so much and works on it so much because it's from Kaya.
Okay.
Yep.
And so Usopp is like, no, we are not getting rid of the ship. No. How could you? This is like you're throwing me away. What are you doing? This is bullshit. And Luffy's like, we're going. We have to. I'm not stopping. You think this is easy for me? No, it's not. But we're going forward. And Usopp's like, no. Fight me for the ship. Fight me for the crew. Up until this point, Usopp has always jokingly said he's the captain. That's just not gonna fly anymore. Usopp is like, Luffy, fucking fight me for the ownership of the Going Merry.
Whoa.
And Luffy's like, fine. And they fight. And
because Luffy doesn't want to give it up either, I'm sure.
Yeah, Luffy is fucking heartbroken. He's not happy that this has to happen, but he will be damned if he's not going to keep going because his fucking ship broke.
Yeah.
And they have a massive fucking fight, and Usopp does way better than you would ever think he does. He has one of those impact dials, the like ×10 impact dial. At one point, Luffy's like, alright Usopp, I don't want to fucking do this. This is your time to fucking back down. And Usopp's like, fuck you, let's fight. And Luffy throws a punch at him. Luffy thinks it's gonna be one punch and done. But Usopp catches him with the impact dial. And Luffy's like, how did you fucking take that hit? And Usopp's like, fuck you, let's go. And Luffy gets in close and he's like hesitating. And Usopp hits him with the impact dial and knocks him on his ass. Because it's like ×10 his punch.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And of course, Luffy wins.
Oh, I bet this is the scene where he catches it. Oh, it's a gift. Yeah, this is where he hits him back with the impact dial.
Yeah,
that's cool.
And there's a lot of tears by everybody on the group.
Usopp.
Except Zoro.
Usopp, except Zoro. Usopp's like, no, how can you do this? This can't be happening. And Luffy's like, you're done. You accept it now. That the ship is going, that we're going forward, or you get the fuck off my crew. I'm not having a broken ship hold me back. I'm not having you hold me back. And Luffy is, I think, crying at this point. He does not want this to happen. But Usopp's like, we're done. And Luffy's like, fine, you can have the Going Merry. I don't want it. And they leave. I'm gonna go buy a new ship now. And everybody else, except for Zoro, is like, Luffy, you can't do this. He's just emotional. You can't, he's not speaking sense. And Zoro was like, you all need to shut the fuck up right now. The captain has made a decision. This is not easy for him. We need to support him. That is our point. We're all friends here and shit, but he is our captain. We all chose him. And if Usopp can't see that, Usopp's the wrong one. Zoro's really stepping up as a fucking first mate.
Right, makes sense.
And
okay, this sounds like an intense moment. Like,
I see why you guys fuck.
I see why you guys are saying like this is where shit gets real, because like even the main characters are like, no. There's priorities.
Yeah. And they leave, and they leave. I think they leave Usopp with half the money, because the Galley Law Company is like, even with half the money, we can make you a much better ship. Or Usopp steals the money or something. Anywho,
I'm betting they give it to him. Like, they're all still friends, kind of.
Somehow, Frankie stole all the money.
Oh my god, the shit burger with the star arms?
Yes. He's a criminal. He stole all the money.
American thing. Yeah, okay, I can kind of see
Usopp
it.
is trying to track Frankie down to get the money back, because he still thinks that he can get all the money and like make things right and prove Luffy wrong, and then he'll just be accepted back onto the crew. He still won't accept that he's in the wrong here. During this time, Robin's gone.
Bye, Robin.
Robin wasn't at the fight. Robin hasn't been seen since we got on Water 7. She's gone. Don't know where Robin is.
Okay.
I don't remember the exact order of events. A massive fucking tidal wave is coming to hit Water 7. Robin is gone. Usopp is left. The money's been stolen. The Straw Hats are looking for Robin because they don't know where she is. And they start to pick up on her trail. And every single one of those motherfuckers, except for one guy, behind Iceberg. Iceberg's the guy in the front with the blue hair and the little mouse in his pocket. Bluno, Rob Lucci, Khalifa, Kumamori. If you want to just get him a lineup for Cypher Poll. They're all government agents of Cypherpol 9 specifically, led by Span Dam. They are the government's like secret task force FBI motherfuckers. They have been sent here to intercept Robin and take her to Enies Lobby. Enies Lobby is the judicial headquarters of the Marines. It is connected to the rest of it. I believe it is in the Comm Belt, and it is connected to the Grand Line through Water 7 by the railroad. The railroad was built by a man named Tom. He's a big fat, like, whale fishman.
The fuck is the elephant in the background?
That elephant is Span Dam's sword. So Span Dam, this piece of shit with a stupid leather mask, his sword was fed an elephant fruit, so his sword turns into an elephant. Just like that guy's gun was fed the dog fruit.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tom built the railroad. Tom trained Frankie and Iceberg. They're both like 50. Frankie looks way younger because he's a cyborg. You find out that he has turned himself into a cyborg. All of his back is still flesh. His back is his weak point because he can't work on his back. Which is why only the front of his legs come off for his cyborg centaur mode, which is completely useless.
God. Okay.
It's a goofy series. We're getting into some deep shit, but it's a goofy series. They deal with or weather the big tidal wave. No, I think they actually go out in the big tidal wave. Somehow, all the Straw Hats and Frankie, with the help of the train lady that told him that the frog just fights the train. Turns out she was Tom's wife, so she knows Frankie because her and Tom raised Frankie and shit while Tom was building the railroad and Iceberg. They basically just adopted them both. And she's like, all right, I can get the train to Enies Lobby. They've already gone with Robin on the earlier train. You guys can chase them down. So the entire Straw Hat crew minus Robin and Usopp and Frankie. What?
The suggestion is these government agents like came and took Robin away.
So they capture Robin and hold her in the top of Galila. They subdue Iceberg and just tie him up in a closet somewhere or some shit like that. The Straw Hat Pirates get on their trail and figure out that Robin's there. And the Rob Lucci takes Robin away while Luffy fights Bluno, this horned motherfucker in the picture. Mm-hmm. The horn hair guy. Okay, several things happen, and this is where I'm probably going to end it. One, anytime that they see Robin, she is telling them to leave her alone. She's like, leave me alone, guys. Aokiji was right. I'm nothing but trouble. You can't defeat the government. You can't stop any of this. It's my time. I have had an amazing last couple months or whatever with you guys. These adventures have been the best part of my life. And she's 40, by the way. She has had nothing but a hard life, wanted since she was 8 years old because of the knowledge she knows. Because she was raised on an island that was blown the fuck up.
By the government. Because
it was an island of scholars. Blown the fuck up by the government because they knew how to read the poneglyphs. The poneglyphs, which detail the Void Century, which nobody knows anything about. All we know is the world government was not a thing before the Void Century, it was a thing after.
And there's a few people on the planet that know of what happens.
Yes, there are a couple people that know what happened, but they're all in the government or super high-level pirates.
Interesting. I googled Water 7 tidal wave just to get like another picture to add, and I found some really weird shit.
All right, well, don't look at it.
I'm
Do not Google anything about Enies Lobby.
What the fuck is that?
So that's the woman. That's the woman that leads the train. You're not supposed to know that she's a mermaid. It kind of comes into play later when they're like, how are we going to get out of this? She's a mermaid.
Okay.
She's an ugly, disgusting mermaid.
Okay. All right.
Sanji is devastated by this fact. He had longed to see a mermaid, and the first mermaid he sees is that. And he is heartbroken.
It's great.
Anyhow.
All right.
Every time they see Robin while trying to get to her, She is like, leave me alone. You're gonna die. I don't want you to die. You have given my life meaning for just a couple months, but it was all I needed. Leave me alone. Stop. Also, when Luffy fights Bluno, so he fought Rob Lucci once. That's the guy with the big puffy jacket in the front. He fought Rob Lucci once, got his ass handed to him. Realized he needs something more.
Needs to get stronger.
When he fights Bluno, he busts out a new technique called Gear Second. What he does, you can Google Gear Second.
That's when they're at Enies Lobby.
No. He beats...
Yeah.
No, he beats Bluno before Enies Lobby.
Yeah, no, but he doesn't use Gear Second till Enies Lobby.
He absolutely does use Gear Second against Bluno, which he beats before Enies Lobby.
No, it's at Enies Lobby. It's on the rooftop. It's before they all get together. It's right before they all get together on the rooftop.
Is it? Alright. Whatever. He fights Bluno at some point with Gear Second. He gets real low and he starts pumping his legs. Like his legs get bulgy and they pump up and down. And what he's doing is he is pressurizing himself with his rubber veins so that he moves faster because he is at higher pressure. He has all this pressure in him and he's holding it back. So when he wants to throw a fist, it goes faster because he suddenly releases all the pressure that wants to expand. And he like glows pink and lets off steam because he is heating his body with this method. Anywho, he uses Gear Second at some point against Bluno, annihilates Bluno, because Bluno is a doorman, so he just opens doors in the air, walks through them, and basically teleports.
Interesting.
So he can't catch up to him, so Luffy's like, all right, I need to go. That's exactly the moment. You are right, that is on Enies Lobby. Apologies. So he beats the piss out of Bluno, but that's before this all happens. The fucking mermaid lady sets up the train for them. They get on the train. There are a couple of members of Cypher Pool on the train. They beat them and have control of the train by the time they get to Enies Lobby. The train is all of Frankie's family, which is just a bunch of criminal ne'er-do-wells that he has kind of cobbled together into what he calls his family. Frankie, the Straw Hat Pirates minus Robin, and a mysterious figure named Sogeking, which is definitely Usopp in a fucking mask.
Mm-hmm.
Because Usopp wants to help get Robin back, but he isn't a member of the crew, so he puts on a mask and he goes to help them. And you know, everybody but Luffy is like, that's obviously Usopp, and Luffy just kind of plays dumb the whole time, but he definitely knows it's Usopp.
I was gonna say, he probably knows, but he gets the point.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
So, all of the people that have been involved in Water 7 up to this point are on the train and in control of it on the way to Enies Lobby. To the judicial headquarters of the fucking Marines to save Robin. But that's where we're going to end this episode.
Dun, dun, dun.
Smack up the big to be continued. Dun, dun.
Yep.
TBC.
I'm trying to think. There's one little tidbit I want to add in that has nothing to do with this, but it's going to have something to do with towards the end of this arc. Someone that we hadn't talked about, and I don't know if you left. I don't know if you left him out. His grandpa, intentionally, because he's come around before this part, but he's about to be slightly more significant.
Yeah, I was gonna introduce him
at that point.
At that point, because I feel like it's just more impactful, and he kind of doesn't matter up until now.
Okay, that's cool. All good. Never mind. I won't say anything.
All right.
That brings us to the end of the One Piece Part 3.
Be sure to tune into Part 4 because they left it at a cliffhanger.
Yeah. I'm gonna start going faster because there is ever increasing stuff that I can't really fully describe without you guys knowing more intricate shit.
Yeah.
And by you guys, he means myself and the viewers.
Yeah.
I'm sure TJ knows.
Yeah. Well, we got through a lot.
All right.
It's all good.
Well, thanks for going on this adventure with me, everybody. I'm just as confused as you are.
You're having a
Careful about eating the gums and the springs, and don't pressurize yourself. That sounds really dangerous.
It is. It is, and it comes up later.
Yep.
I'll give you a little hint. It's probably going to kill Luffy.
Nice. All right. Well, TJ, you want to roll us out here? Or?
Yeah, I was going to. Thank you for listening to The WAQ Show. I'm your host, DJ.
I'm your captain of adventure and mystery, Matt.
And I'm Dane.
And that's our show. Bye.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Come aboard and bring along all your hopes and dreams. Doo-doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo.